Alrighty, I guess now is as good a time to start as any. Hello folks, my name is Cheryl and welcome to the stream! We are continuing the adventures of Momo Jagaimo, this time starting Heavensward. It only took me like a year and several months to get through A Realm Reborn. Turns out that if you only play for a couple of hours every week or so, it takes a while. But yeah, so technically, I was gonna go ahead and start with, sorry, there was a... Give me just one real quick second. Someone... Something about the free company I'm in. They posted something. They might be merging with another free company? I'll look at that info later. Anyway, so I was gonna go ahead and continue the mission. However, if I do that, it's immediately gonna go start Heavensward proper. And we're gonna do one of the potentially funniest things we could do at this point in the story. And go to Ul'dah. Because the Little Ladies Day event. Okay, you don't have any special dialogue because I'm now deemed to be a traitor of Ul'dah. Got it. That said, let's see, which way am I going? So we're just gonna come back to the city that we were just driven out of and all of our friends got decimated in. To celebrate a holiday. But yeah, some of the... Look at these t-shirts we can get this year. Some t-shirts of this idol group. It's a very cute idol group that is... It's in Al-Ra, a Lalafell, and a, a Mikote. I think I actually did this event... Did I do this event last year? Maybe I missed out on it. Oh, no, this is indeed, Let me go ahead and put this on. This is actually the event from last year. Oh? Songbirds and social prince have taken to the stage, speak with the royal handmaid to get dressed and join the show. Oh my goodness. Where's the royal handmaid? Where's the handmaiden? Hi Masha, hello ladies. I don't... Okay, I might have to... attend the performance. Very well, ready garments at once. Have you decided what color you want to wear? Surprise me. Here are your clothes and illuminations. I hope you enjoy the performance. Okay. What color am I supposed to do? Okay, Ul'dah. So it's supposed to be the color that matches the character. Okay. I'm probably not going to get anything for this because I'm assuming that we have to do this, we're supposed to do this after we start the mission. So yeah, this is the idol group. This is so fucking cute. Every year they manage to make things even more fun. I get to target my other gal? This is so cute! Come on, I wanna give some love to this bean. She's one of my favorites. Oh, okay. Yeah! Narumi, that's her name. I love that we do now get these, this is one of the rewards for this, is the ability to do these glow sticks. Which are gonna be emotes, I believe. Oh, you can actually target the other characters, okay. What did I get from that? Certification of collaboration. A small square slip of parchment. Here. A small square slip of parchment stamped with the Ul'dah Royal Seneschal seal, proving your aid in the promotion of the songbirds. Okay, so let's actually start this mission, and then I bet it'll have me do the little event again. Okay. Actually, first things first, let's talk to the royal folks so we can hear the spiel for this year. Oh, wait, I gotta get rid of this. Good evening to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Ladies' Day? I am at your service. What is Little Ladies' Day? Once a year, when the peach blossoms come into bloom, Eorzea celebrates the lovely and spirited young ones who assume the role of princess this day, as well as the seneschals who choose to serve them. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorin dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. The plucky princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a Miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard, down to the last man, and ordered them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls. When she confessed the true reason that she had run away, her father was most racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsman, and offered to personally serve as the seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by their sultan's newfound compassion. The sultan himself, vowing to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as the seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorin dynasty gave way to the Ul. In time, it spread to the other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. Who was Princess Edvia? Princess Edvia was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the Huron noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the Legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It's said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern, overly protective father were strained at best. Though the father claimed to love his daughter dearly, the form this love took was the stifling sort. The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Prince Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow, and the two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. Oh, I think the event's starting again. Songbird fanatic. Ah, the songbirds soar again! Not that they ever stop soaring, mind you. With the Seneschal Prince by their side, they're an unstoppable force of nature. They're bound to reach heretofore unseen levels of notoriety. Just you wait. Okay, so we're going to participate in this because I want more things. Because I'm pretty sure I can get more thingamajiggies. Oh, I got blue this time. This dance they're doing, you could actually get for an event a few years ago. I have it on Keldred, though I made Mamo only a year ago now. Oh, this is actually a different dance. The outfit my character's not right this second, but the outfit I had glammed into is the outfit that Pico is wearing. The Seneschal, like the official Seneschal Prince, like the male equivalent, the male idol, so to speak. And I'm pretty sure that was established last year. With everybody in the crowd here, it really does feel like, oop, that's not the right one, an actual performance. There we go. Okay, now let's actually do the event, because it looks like these all happen pretty fast. Okay. What I can do for you. The Royal Seneschal has need of an inquisitive adventurer. Why, if it isn't Momo, 'tis my great pleasure to welcome you to this year's Little Ladies' Day festivities. Have you partaken in this year's concerts yet, my friend? The songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are as ever, our shining stars on stage, and they've been practicing oh so diligently for this event. My, how marvelous! What seasonal sensations! The songbirds and Seneschal Prince's performances have propelled their popularity to a fever pitch. Their economic exploits have defied every expert's expectations. As they balance billions of gil in gains, the masses cannot help but contemplate. Why do folks flock to them? What forces drive this formidable fount of funds to flow? Forgive me my raucous rambling. I am Dural Tharal, renowned reporter of the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on these prominent performers and pen a piece for our next publication. I could scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. When the Mithril Eye goes, fame and prestige are bound to follow. The songbirds and the Seneschal Prince will be thrilled to hear of this. 1,000 thanks. Then, without further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though, now that I think on it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. Like, say, a passing adventurer? This objective observer can help, if you're willing to pay. Let's say a passing adventurer. Why, yes, your impartial input would be naught but a benefit. Permit me to brief you on our performers, then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. I shall begin with the Songbirds, the pride and joy of Little Ladies' Day. Our talented trio consists of Ul'dah, dressed in crimson. Then we have Narumi, clad in yellow. And, of course, Makaraka, donning blue. They've come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. And 'twould be remiss of me not to mention Pico, our dashing seneschal prince in violet. He's the newest addition to our lineup and a rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart Little Ladies' Day. They inspire one another, as well as their crowds in equal measure. Their musical prowess is a fresh spring breeze, breathing new life into celebration as we know it. This year, we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer. A sound strategy! Meanwhile, your prize performers pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on our excursion. When you're set to search the city for some tried and true testimonials, simply say the word. Sorry, give me just a sec. Stuff is happening in the Free Company chat. I'll come back to it. May your collaboration with Durrell Thurl be a rousing success. I shall continue with my work here, but eagerly await the finished product. Let the collaboration commence. To begin, I suggest we search from the stage so as to not startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads in the perimeter of the Gate of Knowledge. We need but seek out and speak to those in Songbird and Seneschal shirts. Shall we? Again, remember that we're outsiders. Remember that we're exiles right now. We did get chased out of Ul'dah for we're framed for the murder of the Sultana last session, so, devoted Masha fan. Look at the fucking shirts. You're interviewing folks for a piece on the Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Masha fan, through and through. She has the most amazing voice, and there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You can tell she puts pride into every facet of her performance, and it never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living. Even with something as simple as descending the stairs, I'll often find myself thinking, I must be careful, Masha needs me. Speaking of dedication, I hear Masha's come up with one of the limited-time dishes being served at the quicksand. We ought to sample it for ourselves. I think Masha has a sister that I think we encounter in some side missions unrelated to this. Anyway. So Masha's perseverance provides a different character. So Masha's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending into the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. Ah, you guys are Ul'dah fans. Keen to learn about our favorite songbird, you say? Well, we here are the Ul'dah faithful. Gods, where do I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none, and her warm smile can melt even the coldest hearts. She may be small, but the power in her voice more than makes up for it. And that's to say nothing of her passion for her fans and the music. It's why she dons such fiery red hues. Babe, it's pink. It's not red, it's pink. I speak for all of us, it's lightish red. I speak for all of us when I say we'd do most anything for her if she asked with that winsome little smile of hers. So your small yet esteemed singer's stunning stagecraft stirs your sentiment, you say. Duly noted. I suppose I could sympathize. With that, I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in this area. However, if that Mashafan tells it true, those seasonal songbird snacks are bound to bring multitudes to Mistress Momodi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries of the quicksand. Could you be any wordier, sir? Jesus! Amiable Narumi fam. Ah, you're reporting for the Mithril Eye, are you? Well, as you've doubtless ascertained, I am one of Narumi's fans. Though she may be the most demure of the three songbirds, she harbors a quiet strength and endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all her fans as individuals. It compels us to support her in her every endeavor, that she may always know happiness in the spotlight. Ah yes, she's the Moe one. So Narumi employs a subtle yet sincere approach. Imagining such a saintly smile on stage, why, I could really see the appeal. Do you have different dialogue, sir? Talk. What specifically about these singing celebrities encourages fervent fans to fly to them? Duty demands I discover the truth. Pico fan. Asking about the stars of Little Ladies' Day. Well, you've come to the right place. Most folks are head over heels for the songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Pico. His debut last Little Ladies' Day, and it really won me over. A seneschal prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but his honey words and that sweet little smirk are the highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. No, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice. Even if you're in the very, very back row. Last Ladies' Day, he winked in my general direction, and, well, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I'd like to believe it was so. The mere thought of Pico's past productions is enough to make most fans swoon, a true testament to his talent. And if the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies. Which means there's hope yet that I too can be a princess under his sovereign smile. As assumed, our performers possess a fiery fan base. With this wealth of wisdom, I am well prepared to write. But one thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the songbirds and seneschal's stage from afar. I'm interested in interviewing her as well, if she's so inclined. Shall we sally forth and see what she says? This lady was here last time. Or she's actually been, I think, been in several of these events. Lady Ul'dah suffers from a frail constitution. Should the worst come to pass, 'tis my solemn duty to remain at her side. Yeah, this gal has like snuck out several times because like she is kind of frail and her parents are really overprotective. Greetings to you both. I don't believe we've met. Oh yeah, you weren't at the event last year. You were at the year before, though. I am Althea Thorn. Is there aught I can assist you with? Also, Thorn Dynasty? Oh, hi, Kit! I got distracted talking. But hello, thank you for joining. But yeah, she's a descendant of the Thorn Dynasty, who are still nobility, even if they are no longer the rulers of Ul'dah. Such serendipity! A scion of the honored House Thorn. I had heard that your house had contributed a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather? Indeed. On behalf of House Thorn, and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with mine own eyes. 'Tis heartening to know the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. With it, I could join the audience and show my own support. Though you are hale enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. Alas, it is as Rodolphe says. I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. But from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and audience from afar. A rather enlightening experience, all told. Even from this distance, it's easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them. How joyful they all are. I dare say their energy is contagious. Delight and devotion take many forms. If these crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we can garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. A poignant point you make, my lady, and it's as you've ascertained. All who answered our inquiries delighted in describing their performers, each selecting to celebrate in their own way. There's no correct answer to how to celebrate the season, for only together could they make the little lady's day the fine festivity it has become. Such is likely a significant source of its singer's success. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. They shall serve as a fine addition to my article. They're merely fleeting thoughts I had as I enjoyed the performances, but I'm pleased that they could be of use. I wish you both a delightful little ladies' day. Lady Althea has eagerly awaited little ladies' day festivities. We took great pains to ensure that she would be well enough to make the journey to the Ruby Road Exchange. Seeing her so full of joy now, I'm glad to know her efforts were worth it. Sorry, I'm just reading out a thing. That plays good. So the free company is changing hands. And a bunch of people are leaving. Ugh, I really don't want to change free companies though, it's kind of a pain. I'll have to maybe figure that what's going on with the free company off stream. I was unaware that the two of you were gathering information for an article, of all things, though perhaps it's better that I had not known. I would have been too nervous to speak my mind. I owe you one for your committed cooperation. Indeed, I've amassed all manner of ardent accounts from the fans. Some show support by cheering in cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off, or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performance popularity proliferates, so too do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastimes is a mysterious, marvelous matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought, even if I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds and seneschal prints for ourselves, to fully fathom what all the fuss is about, provided we have permission from the royal seneschal. The event has begun again, but I want to focus on this. Now that we know what makes these singers so special, it's time we took part in the main event. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well. Wonderfully well, in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances, if we're welcome to do so. By all means, I'd love nothing more than to read your impressions when all is properly published. For a more objective observation, I'd like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Excellent! Enjoy the event, and we will reconvene once the stage is settled. The handmaiden here will furnish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and a portable illumination. Once you've obtained what you require, you need only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd. Okay, so yeah, do the same event then. I'm not sure, I might be too late I think I might be too late to join this one. Surprise me! Ul'dah, I didn't get any reward for that, but it still counted! You have my thanks for your participation, adventurer. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. Yes, for the literal 2 seconds. My, what a marvelously masterful performance! Even from a distance, I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. The fans' passion burned with a brilliance that was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why so many of them are drawn to such shows. Now it's time I inquired about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a performance? Admit that you reveled in every moment, empathized with the fans' undying passions, non-silence as if you completely understood what just happened. Empathize with the fans' undying passion. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for the thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. That's gonna get given the current situation with our character, people aren't gonna be real happy. With this, I should be able to pen the perfect piece. But I dare not delay. Little Lady's Day is only so long after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave, but may the fates see fit for us to meet again. I gotta admit, one thing I do kind of love about Lalafels is that they're just kind of like, the sexual dimorphism between the male and female Lalas is like almost negligent. I love that. I love very neutral beings. 'Twas a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join in again if you feel so inclined. We plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding Dural Thorough, and wish you a wonderful Little Lady's Day. So yeah, these are all the, these thingies. An installment in a long-running series of manuals on how to express admiration in a manner unbefitting one of high birth, perhaps prudently. Later editions do not specify the total number of volumes in the series. Used to learn the cheer rhythm red emote. Improper praise, cheer rhythm red. This is the yellow. Violet. Okay, and then, I guess we might as well just do this one last time. Rest should eager offer you a rare opportunity. Backstage chats. Allow me to thank you again, adventurer, for such an enthusiastic showing at our recent concert. As it happens, the Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are scheduled to take a break from the spotlight in mere moments. Might you be interested in speaking with them? I'm certain the four of them spotted you in the crowd. They would doubtless be pleased to learn of your recent journalistic exploits on their behalf. You're free to speak with whomever you'd like, of course. Just say the word and I shall summon them here. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this 4 times then, because I want to talk to all of them. So, which of our stars do you want to converse with? Do you wish to converse with? Let's just go down the list. Ul'dah. My fellow potate. My russet potate. But of course, I shall go and fetch them right away. Until then, would you kindly wait by that peach tree over yonder? These decorations are so sweet.
Greetings! Ul'dah here, but you already knew that. Thanks ever so much for cheering us on. I spied you in the audience, you know. I take it you joined the rest of my adoring fans in Crimson, yes? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you did. If you attend another concert, rest assured I'll be keeping an eye out for you. And if you're not wearing my colors away, waving my colors around, well, let's just say you and I will have some words. You and the Songbirds have my support. My illuminations will go forever red in your honor. Don't overexert yourself out there.
Don't overexert yourself out there.
Your concern is appreciated, but you needn't worry over us. With the love and support of our fans, there's no obstacle I can't overcome. In any event, we've plenty more shows to put on, so do join us again. You'll be cheering ooh la 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 ooh la la in time with the rest of them soon enough.
Oh shoot! An event's on. I am gonna participate because I want more of these things to exchange. Okay. Because you can exchange them for stuff from previous years, which is an opportunity I'm not about to pass up. Personality-wise, I actually really love them all. Narumi's just very sweet. Masha is very dedicated. Ul'dah is very bright, and Pico is very dedicated. Pico's he's just... When we met him last time, he was just so determined to do a good job. And he actually has kind of something of a sad backstory, if I remember correctly. Am I remembering correctly? It was like a friend of his, he wanted to be an actor or like to be famous so his friend could see him perform because she like was really sick and couldn't perform herself. And that friend unfortunately like passed, maybe a sister or a friend, unfortunately passed away before she could see him perform, so like it's his dream to like be a star in her memory. I think that's what I remember from last year. Because we had to run around Ul'dah getting the outfit we're not currently wearing. This outfit, because it's his. We had to run around to get it designed and put together for him so he could join the rest of them. How did your conversation fare? Good, I trust? Excellent. I thank you for your time. Your words are bound to fuel the fire in their hearts, I'm sure. Should you wish to speak with anyone else for the duration of Little Lady's Day, you need only ask. This is the least we can do for you. Our performances shall continue for a while yet, so please do enjoy the festivities to your heart's content. I am going to repeat this 3 more times to speak with everybody. Greetings, adventurer. Your timing is impeccable. The songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are about to take another short reprieve from the stage. Would you care to speak with them? I'm told your previous words to them proved most inspiring, and they would be overjoyed to hear from you again, should time permit. You're free to speak with whomever you'd like, of course. Just say the word, and I shall summon them here. Let's talk to Narumi. But of course, I'll go fetch them.
I'm terribly sorry for the wait, but what a joy it is to see you, Momo. Are you well? Yours was a welcome presence in the audience. Thank you kindly for your warm support during our last concert. It's still odd to think an average girl like myself could become a realm-wide singing sensation. Even now, there are days where I fear this fame is but a fleeting dream, and I might soon wake from it. It's no dream you've earned your praise. You're doing just fine out there. You'll always have your fan support. It's no dream you've earned your praise. A most heartening sentiment. Thank you. I shall endeavor to keep these words close and recall them in times of uncertainty. Though life as a star might seem surreal at times, in my heart I'm well aware that this is reality, and I must continue to prove worthy of this privilege. That's why I do my utmost to ensure our performances bring warmth and joy to you and all of our adoring fans.
Cute beam. Ooh, is that person? I believe this person is wearing... This outfit is... Oh, I think this is based on, Oh, I don't remember her name. Terra. It was Terra from one of the early Final Fantasy games. Or I could be misremembering. Let's talk to Masha. Sorry, I was just reading a thing.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting over long. How are you faring, Momo?
It's rather hard to believe, and I've been in show business for so long now. Fame and fortune is all well and good, but I won't be satisfied with that alone. The road to perfection is never ending.
I wish to hone my craft and keep dazzling our audiences. To that end, I've recently begun proposing new and more challenging dances and songs, that we might reach ever greater heights. You're making amazing progress. I believe you'll reach those greater heights. Your drive to improve is inspiring. I'm pleased to hear it. Let us keep following our dreams, then. They can lead us to the most wondrous of places if we let them. Now, I'm not the only one striving to improve, mind. Pico and the girls work tirelessly to deliver stellar performances as well. We'll continue to reach for the stars on every stage we stand upon. And wherever we go, I hope we'll cross paths with you from time to time. How did your conversation fare? Oh wait, I don't need to reread that. And one more time to talk with Pico. Pico. Apologies for the wait, Momo. When I heard it was you who requested my presence, I ran here as fast as I could. It's been exhilarating to perform with such passionate crowds, time and time again. Our fans are truly special. It's my hope that I can answer every fan who waves a violent illumination in my honor. Of course, that includes you, Momo.
I appreciate your support during the last show. You always have a fan in me. You're quite dedicated to your service as a seneschal. You're like a prince possessed on stage. You think so? I've always felt that my stage persona didn't differ much from my true self, but I suppose I tend to lose track in the heat of the performance. Wherever you find yourself in the audience, know I'll have my eyes on you. As Seneschal Prince, I am honor-bound to ensure your experience is unforgettable. The next time we meet, may it be under my violet lights. Yeah, you are definitely a very typical... Sorry, these people are cracking me up. Bless this mess. Okay. Where is the person I can exchange stuff with? Royal servant, okay. Give me just a sec. I want to take a screenshot. Sorry, again, there's stuff going on in the free company I'm a part of, so I'm just checking some stuff. Okay, so I definitely want these silly seasonal clothes. Wait, I thought I already got these, do I not? Cheer rhythm bright. Oh, they're different colors. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to these, I think. To do this a handful more times to get everything. But I can do that off stream. Okay, and then... I don't need more confetti. Okay. Okay, so these are in... So these are wall decorations for the room. And then... Okay, I want to try out these emotes to show you guys them real quick, though. Let's see. Okay, it's not in there, I guess. Cheer Rhythm Red is this. Cheer Rhythm Bright. Cheer Light Blue. Cheer Rhythm Violet. Cheer Light Yellow. Oh, that's right. I got this. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put away those clothing bits over here while I'm in the vicinity of an inn room. Let's go ahead and put these away. I hope these can go in here. Okay, yes they can. I at least wanna show off these because they look very silly, I think. Oh, nope. Okay, let's just put on a random set of pants. And okay, so this is the Ul'dah one. It looks like a dress on my bean. Look at this. Okay, then the Masha one. And the Narumi. God, these are so goofy looking. Okay. Well, let's get back to our regular outfit. And, teleport over. So I'm actually gonna run the ad real quick before we do anything else, because there's an ad coming up. So, and then we will start Heavensward proper. So here we go. 3-minute ad break, and then we get started. Might as well get over there while... Other emotes do I have? Oh yeah, this dance, the harvest dance from Gridania. Got the Manderville dance, as goofy as it is. The ball dance. I don't actually... I think I still need to get the dance from Lominsa. And then most gentlemanly. It's saying I have a new emo in this section. I don't see one that's got the... Oh, there it is. Ah yes, the Imperial Salute. And... Tome Scroll, aka scrolling on my Tome phone. And Gridanian Gulp, which is... Yeah, these were from the Christmas event. Alright, the ad is over. Let's go ahead and get the party rolling. Or the ball rolling, the party started. Wards of House Fortemps? Ah, yes, you may pass. Proceed to Ishgard.
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
Oh, we actually got a coat put on the boy!
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond du Fortemps, Heavensward. Oh man, I just realized there's gonna be a lot of fantasy French. A new area means more new NPCs to talk to! It's slow going, as you might expect. Time for the laying low arc. It's true. Also, hi, Naragon. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, I'm just reading the thing. Okay. Yeah, so, sorry, I keep being distracted because, my current free company is merging with another free company that actually has a mansion in this, well, for Momo. Because, of course, we've already got a mansion in my actual free company on Kel. So, I keep getting, distracted. It's slow going, as you might expect. We didn't think to prepare for the worst, so here we are, picking up the pieces.
God, I feel like a child in a giant's castle.
From afar, the spires do not seem so tall. Greetings, Mr. Shigaimo. On behalf of House Fortemps, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me... Ah! I get to make my way there the slow way. Got it. Am I going to be allowed to attune to anything? Or do I have to wait until after being introduced to the Fortemps? Oh, no, I can attune! Oh. Okay. We're gonna take a minute. Oh, never mind. I could have sworn there was another etherite over here, but there's not. I'm just a poor soldier from a poor family. What business does an adventurer have with me? Man, the permanent winter is such a bummer. Like, there's no respite for these poor people. Outlanders are often surprised to learn of our administrations to the poor. They find it to be at odds with the more militant activities of the faith. To them, I would say, judge not the teachings of Alone by the actions of those who would claim to know her will. Sorry, I am going to take a minute to talk to all the NPCs, because it's one of my favorite parts of reaching any new area. You'll see me at night before you see me swing a sledge. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless folks in the city. Thought to take a stroll through the broom and remind yourself how good you've got it. I swear, you people. I mean, I can't blame them. Oh, look at all the kids. I can't feel the pain in my arm anymore. Can't feel much of anything. That's good, right? Aw, jeez. More than anything, this whole area and the vibes of Ishgard reminds me of, you know the beginning of the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Where it's like winter and cold, and folks are being, Quasimodo's mom is being chased. Lost? St. Valerant's Forum is just up these stairs, so named for the former Azure Dragoon, in case you were unaware. Yeah, I don't know if you did the Little Ladies' Day event in Aerocom, but it's quite cute this year. It's always cute, but the oversized t-shirts are very charming. Thinking of trying your hand at a little dragon slaying, are you? Well, be my guest, so long as you know what you're up against. Those scaly bastards are smarter than you think and crafty with it. Let's see, what are you? Clan hunt. I'll deal with you later. Not from Ishgard, are you? I'm from Ul'dah myself. Just come up to serve House Fortemps. The name's Heimerich Lass, captain of the Oshron's Raiders. The finest company of sellswords has ever lived. Hello, Forgotten Knight Proprietor. Always a pleasure to greet a new customer. Something I can do you for, friend? What do you do here? Being that it's my tavern, I suppose I can do whatever I please. For the most part, I dispense drinks and advice as the situation warrants. Wasn't always so. I did my duty, took my wounds, and hung up my shield, as did the owner before me. You might call it a tradition. They say that the sir who built this tavern was happy to be forgotten. Rather Sir of Ale instead of steel. Had a way with words, he did. And with women. But that's a story for another time. What kind of place is this? Of all the taverns in all of Ishgard, she walks into mine. The Forgotten Knight is just another place for travelers and locals alike to partake of food and drink. Upstairs, you'll like to find more well-to-do regulars mingling with travelers. Downstairs, well, that's where you find the locals. Right or wrong, people have a habit of sticking with their own, and Ishgardians are no different. They've got different tastes, to say the least, but we try to cater to them all as best we can. Is cute. The event, I mean. Okay. It's been so long since I've been back in Ishgard. Still, there's no rest for the wicked. It's high time I plan my next fishing trip. Are you... I bet you're one of the NPCs I talked to about the fishing, aren't you? Speaking of NPCs I talked to about missions... Find another table. This one's taken.
Real little bean.
These guys he talked to about the Dark Knight stuff. Which is a brand new class that was released for this, along with the Astrologian. They're all dead and it was me who killed them. Can I help you, miss? Bowl of beets? Small beer, perhaps? Ah, Lost his little girl to the pox. Best leave him be. Aye, the days and nights of Ishgard could grow colder, but the weather is not to blame. Bitter cold can be cruel at times, but the feeling of hopelessness and despair chills our people to the core. I mean, fighting a war for 1,000 years that doesn't seem like it'll ever end is, I'm pretty sure that would discourage literally anyone. Sorry, I'm trying to be organized with everybody I talk to. Something I can do for you, madam? What do you do here? My fellow Temple Knights and I have been charged with defending the Ark of the Worthy. Before, one would not have expected to encounter Dravanians here. Perhaps that's why so many of our order fell. Rest assured, we will not be caught unawares again. Measures have been taken by both us and the Dragoons. What kind of place is this? You stand before the Ark of the Worthy, the sole entrance to and exit from the Holy See of Ishgard. Consequently, it's one of the most heavily fortified sections of our city. Just beyond these steps is Foundation. If you seek lodgings, Cloud 9 within the Forgotten Night can accommodate you. You'll find it not far from the congregation. Take care in wandering the city. Your status only affords you so much protection. What were you thinking, coming back out there before your wounds healed? I actually think I'm prevented from attuning to the Aetheryte for the time being. Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh, never mind, I can! I think I was thinking of a later thingy. An adventurer, huh? Well, call yourself whatever you please. When the dragons are finished with you, we'll call you something else. Yeah, I'm gonna set this as my home point for now. As you can see, there's quite a bit of damage. If you want for coin, you might consider undertaking a lev or two. Some are rather more challenging than others, but the rewards are well worth the hassle. If you've come for work, speak with Sir Eloin. If you're an artisan with an interest in certain esoteric tomes, you'd be well served by paying a visit to the Guiding Star and Revenant Stole. The Temple Knights will not waste time entertaining untested whelps, no matter how willing they may be. Yeah, I can't blame them. I just wanted to go home to Falcon's Nest, but now I fear what I'll return to. Yeah, Machinist, Astrologian, and Dark Knight, I think, were the main jobs released for this. This gate leads to the Western Highlands, but it won't do you any good if you haven't got any wings. You stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory, chief producer of Ishgard's Dragon Slayer's siege weapons. Should you be interested in learning the machinist profession, pray direct your queries towards Lord Stefan Ivian. Welcome to the Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. What do you do here? The name's Heldering. As a manufacturing employee, I help build the parts that are needed for everything from dragon-slaying weapons to airships. Before I started working here, I was begging for scraps, but this place gave me a trade and a steady wage. I learned all about making and fixing all sorts of machinery, and lately we've been getting machinist lessons. I'd likely be freezing in an alley somewhere if I weren't for Lord Stephen, and I'm just gonna call him Stephen, I'm not saying the whole name, inviting me in from the cold. What kind of place is this? The manufacturer here is run by House Halinar. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons that are made for slaying dragon invaders. We also dabble in machinistry. That's technology what combines Master Garland's magitech with traditional etherology. All our machinist firearms are built on its principles. The Dark Knight questline is more of the Warrior of Light's event episode at the time. I won't explain why, obviously. Yeah, no, it's real. That's so fucking real. To anyone who might be watching this later who isn't familiar with 14, the person who wrote the Dark Knight questline for this later went on to have wasn't she like the main writer for Shadowbringers as a whole? She really proved herself with this. Of course, it's Lord Stephen who comes up with the designs. The bloke's a bloody genius, even if he is a bit odd. He ain't like any noble I've ever met. As long as he got a desire to learn the machinist trade, he's as happy to recruit the poorest broom rat as he is the richest highborn. And it doesn't matter if you've never had a firearm in your life. You got a bloke from Linsa Laminsa who's paid to teach you the basics of marksmanship. What is a machinist? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'd have to look it up, but that's what I remember reading about. I'm pretty sure that that writer dabbled in stuff before this, but like the Dark Knight questline was like what made them stand out and why they were trusted with directing or like writing part of the storyline for Shadowbringers. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that's what I was told. Basically, a machinist is someone that wields a firearm, but it's that ethero transformer worn at her waist what makes her different from other marksmen. This machine converts the ether found within a person's body into lightning aspected energy, which then powers the machinist's arsenal of specialized devices and techniques. Or so I'm told. With the right training and technology, even a low-born broom rat like me can add more punch to the battlefield than a fully armored knight. Now, we machinists still ain't gained much respect or attention amongst the tradition-bound nobles of Ishgard, but as his lordship is so fond of saying, the day will soon come when our true worth is recognized. Oof, it was loud in there. Just a little more, that's all we're asking for. The children won't survive without enough food and blankets. Okay, I did already do that. I don't know if there's any NPCs to talk to up that way, but don't look down. Okay, I did already talk to them. I went over this way, so... Did I... Yeah, no, I attuned to that. Then I went downstairs and attuned to that, and I just attuned to both of these, so I think we're good. The Pillars, where a lot of the fancy people live. You can tell because its architecture is stupid as shit. May Halone bless you as she has blessed me this evening, miss. Oh, if only you could have seen the wondrous temptations she saw fit to place before me in the jeweled crozier. Welcome to the market of Ishgard. We're gonna take a sec to talk to folks. I love this lady. She's a hoot. A warm welcome to you, miss. Please feel free to visit our many, many shops. You're bound to find something to satisfy your every need. From Mondane! Once I was head steward to Ishgard's finest house. Now I work as a shopkeeper's assistant. Such is life, I suppose. And at least I still have the strength to toll. Poor comfort though it is. There's not a ton of NPCs to talk to down here, aside from the, carvery. Okay, that means you've got food. That cracks me up. Welcome to Iltats of Excellence. Our signboard is newly hung, but I promise you'll find no finer leather worker in all of Ishgard. Wonderful weather we're having lately, huh? Okay, yes, so that's that loops around. As you can see, we've got some French and basically a lot of European architecture conceits here. Did I talk to you, sir? I don't think I did. Up above, you'll find St. Raynamon's Cathedral in the Holy Vault. Pray observe proper decorum should you wish to proceed. Okay, Mr. Snootface. Okay, we should go attune to this etherite, though. Man, it has been so long since I first came here. Warning, we're exploring the city and attuning to everything we can attune to before I move on. This is just what I do with new cities. Oh, pray me no mind, miss. I'm merely taking my evening constitutional. I'm certainly not hoping to catch the eye of Lord Artuarel. Oh no. Heavens forfend if a married woman of my station were to become involved with the young lord. Why, think of the scandal. Excuse me, miss, but I'm under strict orders not to permit anyone entry to Hallinart Manor. I'll have to ask you to leave. Sir, I'm not trying to enter. I'm talking to you. Chill. Sorry, I just got a flashback to stuff that I can't wait to reach the Manderville events, the Manderville missions for Heavensward. I cannot wait to inflict them upon everyone. NPCs? Oh yeah, we got the Dark Knight thing there. The Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellonic Inquisitory Doctrine. Which is, in essence, a school and a monastery, if I'm remembering correctly. The Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellonic Inquisitory Doctrine is no place for outsiders, unless they come to stand before the Fury and answer for their deeds. Oh yeah, it's basically the City Hall slash... no, not City Hall, it's the courthouse. Because of course they need a stupid, snooty name for their courthouse. Yeah, at least this place is pretty. I'll give it that. And then the cathedral. Where's your cassock? You know how they... Wait, you aren't a seminarian. So basically these are... I forget. I mean, we don't really have a ton like it because it's as though a monastery and a nunnery. It's a church school. That's what this is. This is the church school. I would avoid the scholasticate if I were you. If you're expecting a community of bright-eyed students, eager to follow the righteous path of Helone, you'll be sorely disappointed. In truth, it's more like a pit of vipers. It's almost embarrassing to admit. I'm a seminarian of the scholasticate, but at least I have the sense not to study in such a foul place. These are so pretty, though. So there actually are some missions later on where you can deal with this place. And it's interesting. You need not speak while in the chapel, for the Fury can hear the whisper of your soul. So, Helone, the Fury, is one of the 12. 12 gods of Eorzea. When my grandson became a knight of House Fortemps, I was so proud. But now, every day I come here to pray for his safe return. What the fucking... What name is this? Outraguer Lane? What the fuck? As the shepherd watches over his flock, so do we of St. Raim-Alnaud's cathedral care for those who seek sanctuary in these trying times. May the grace of Helone keep you safe on your journey. Hello, Deacon. The chamber for the headmistress of St. End-Alim Scholasticate lies beyond. As she is quite busy these days, those without arrangements for an audience will be asked to leave. I feel like... Is it a murder mystery we deal with here later? What lies beyond is not for the eyes of an unbeliever. So fussy. That mission through line is actually pretty neat. And, a familiar face from an unexpected place returns to appear in a much more serious way in that particular thing. Let me just say that. Okay, how the shit? Is it up there? Did I already tune to it? Ugh, I hate multi-level shit. Oh, I did already tune to that, didn't I? Okay. Let me check to see what I haven't attuned to yet. I haven't done that. And I'm here. Okay, so I just have to get that one. Okay, okay, I was gonna say, don't bullshit me. Oh wait, did I talk to you guys yet? Old people! I can hardly believe it. House Fortemps granting patronage to a common sellsword. Whether should I chance to meet this ragamuffin, I will say to her, good day. Ma'am, sir, whoever you are, I am a potato. I'm not... Although I guess they're trying not to be racist. The truth of the matter is that most of y'all are elves. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, and this is the astrologian place. And the airship landing. Oh yeah, is this the entrance to the thing you can do with Kryl, I think. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. The ever-tightening grip of this unnatural winter has proven far more than a nuisance for many in my field. The stars can tell us little if their message is forever hidden behind a veil of storm clouds. This is a star globe. Upon it, you shall find a map of the very heavens above us. Any self-respecting astrologer would not fathom taking something so delicate outside into the elements, let alone into battle. So there's two different schools of astrologian. One of them is like the fancy Ishgardian stuff, the folks that tell things by the stars, and then I believe the other is Sharlayan, who are the ones who take it into battle. While sailors use the pole star for guidance, we astrologians look to the dragon star, for its position and magnitude in relation with the neighboring celestial bodies can reveal when and where the Dravanian horde will strike next. What, pray tell, brings you to the Athenaeum? We are not a guild like those one might find in the lower city-states. No one here will take you under their wing, hold your hand as they divulge centuries of cumulative knowledge to any mere stranger who believes herself entitled to it. Well, almost no one, that is. Tell me of yourself. My name is Littlest. I am in my second year of studies in the coveted path to becoming an astrologian. All novitiates are assigned a task at the Athenaeum to which we are required to attend between our classes. The stars thought fit that I be assigned receptionist duty with Lord Genequard. Genequinard? He is by no means a bad man, only a tad eccentric. Being the second son to the Count de Durandale means he is free to do as he wishes, and most of the time he wishes to pray call on the city-state's young maidens, despite being almost as old as mine own father. The rest of the time he continues his studies of Sharlayan astrology, something he began almost 20 summers ago when he spent time in the now-abandoned city-state training with the heathen astrologians. His bloodline protects him from the scrutiny of the higher-ranking officials here, but it is his lack of talent which he truly keeps the wolves at bay. In other words, he is harmless. I am merely required to suffer his whims until I pass my examinations and get assigned a duty at the observatorium. Then, some new novitiate will be assigned the post, and the cycle will continue as it has for more than a decade. Tell me of this place. The Athenaeum Astrologicum was founded by Saint Gwenriel to serve as a place where astrologians such as myself might learn and perfect methods used to read the stars. Since the discovery by Adonel the Younger that the Dravanian horde were using the relative position of the celestial body we now refer to as the Dragon Star to determine their attacks on the Holy See, we've ever been seeking to decipher the Dragon's code. Theories constructed here are subsequently taken south to the observatorium, where they're put into practice. We also offer limited training in Sharlayan astrology, a school of star reading neither recognized nor approved of by the Athenaeum, the Observatorium, or the Holy See. The only reason I even mention it is because I've been commanded to do so by Lord Jin Equinard. Tell me more of astrology. Astrology originated thousands of years ago in Charlian and was introduced to Eorzea when the Charlians founded their colony in the Dravanian hinterlands. It remained a minor field of study, eclipsed by larger ones such as conjuring and thaumaturgy, until 3 centuries ago when an Ishgardian astrologian by the name of Odnil the Younger discovered that the stars could be used to determine the movements of the Dravanian horde. Okay, wait. So it came from Charlian, and you, as colonists always do, took something and decided that your version of it was better? Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. It was then that the Ishgardian astrology was born, the focus moving from the fortune-telling and fate-scrying to something actually useful, preventing the deaths of knights by knowing when and where the horde would arrive. You would not see an Ishgardian astrologian carrying around a star globe or an astrolabe. You would not see him consulting with the divining deck, or gazing into the stars, hoping to draw forth its ether and use it to manipulate fates. You will not hear talk of the gates of the seventh heavens or the chantings of minor spells woven to heal cuts or emusculate sword arms. Well, you'll not hear those things as long as you keep your distance from Lord Jin Equinard. You're a jackass. Why can't the Viscount put anything away? The people of Ishgard certainly have the gatekeeping thing down to a fine science. I already spoke to you. Let's just teleport up there, shall we? Greetings, miss, and welcome to Fortemps Manor. To look upon the splendor of these heights, one would little suspect the ruin wrought by the wyverns below.
Is it just me, or is the air up here different? You can almost smell the wealth and power. God, it's making me feel faint.
Tatara, you're a silly bean. The warrior of light and her brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortemps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
Sorry, I was checking a thing.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
Edmond!
I, Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortemps, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortemps.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Yeah, about that.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Madeleine, you little shit. They'll be whispering about you soon, if they aren't already. The mysterious guests of House Fortemps, or some such. Greetings, Scion, and welcome. We are honored by your presence.
Hello, sir.
It's an honor to have you with us, Mr. Shigaimo. So, what do you think? Be honest, it's great, isn't it? I mean, it is real pretty. As I said before, my home is your home. After all you've done on our behalf, it's the least I can offer. Oh wait, I gotta talk to Totaro.
So this is what the inside of a manor of a high house looks like. To think that Lord Haurchefant was raised here.
Taking in the sights. Alphino has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Though our friends in House Fortemps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It's only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient.
It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and the taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk.
Well, yes, you always learn it in the brothels and in the markets. To seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your suggestion, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He'll be able to answer any questions you may have. Ah, but I grow forgetful of my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. The documentation is in order, I trust. Yes, my lord. I feel like you could stack 3 Momos on top of herself to have to reach the height of one of these bastards. These documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anything happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we will do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Momo, Totaro, the city awaits.
Let's go! I'm glad I have a map.
I confess it has long been a dream of mine to visit Ishgard. To my childish self, her towers, bridges, and cobbled streets seemed akin to something from a fairy tale, and I've never quite outgrown the fantasy. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see at first. I shall then show you around the Jeweled Crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to the Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If there are no questions. I actually think I screwed myself over there and it would have been faster. I don't know. Hard to say. Yeah, it probably would have been faster to just run it. The Holy Vault, where Archbishop Thornton the Seventh rules from on high.
They're awfully fond of statues, aren't they? Hey, what if I took up sculpting? I bet you I could make a fortune in places like this. And we need every gil we can get.
The Hoplon, so named for the bronze greatsword born by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. You know, the fantasy vault. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined King Theoden I to put down Nidcog and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars. Time permitted, of course. Now then, if you... Sorry, sudden attack of the yawns. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress... Elias? Elias? Alice, our master of the markets. Not a single scorched stone in sight. To watch these merchants going around their business, one would think that dragons had never attacked.
If you want to buy something, let me do the talking. I could haggle for Ul'dah.
I present to you Mistress Alice. I'm just gonna call her Alice. I don't care how this is supposed to be pronounced. Mayhap you would like to say a few words? Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Oh, why did I click out of... Oh no. OBS, what are you doing? Ugh. I don't care about the pop-ups and I don't... Ugh. Jeez. Okay, that's great. I don't care. I don't want to see this screen, OBS, please. Ugh. How do I get rid of this? This is so dumb! I don't care! Oh, there we go. Okay. I hit the wrong button. That was on me. Ah, wards of House Fortemps. How very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we have a wish. So, for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrement, medicine, materials, whatever your desire, it can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants would be more than happy to accommodate you, as you will soon see. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza and Foundation, if everyone's ready. Oh, I've already retuned myself to the Aetheryte. I trust you have as well?
Do you ever get a funny tingling feeling when you attune to an Aetheryte, or is it just me? No? So it is just me.
And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Yeah, no, mine's better. The better half. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There, our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. Fun fact, before this expansion came out, flying was not a thing. This was the first expansion to establish flying, and I'm pretty sure that you could not fly in around Reborn areas until Stormblood, maybe? It took a while. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, 'twould be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights might not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take a turn down the hopon and gawp at the statues. Well, if you've got a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid will let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Momo. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who could say what we might learn of recent events?
Then I'm coming too.
the start of Tataru's character arc. Oh, actually, I don't think I should have jumped all the way down here. But, meh. Yeah, let's go ahead and go up there. Mayhap one drink would be... No, I mustn't. Afano, you're a baby.
Yes, I've gotten a good feeling about this place.
Once more, I must urge you to reconsider. There are several gentlemen who appear less than pleased by our presence. Take a tour of the city! Immediately goes to one of, like, the bar in the slums. Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with our more notable establishments, Master... Gibrillant. Just Gibrillant will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of your customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars, maybe, but not locals. Folks in the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited for their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits. All quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lower levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods live at the bottom who have to live with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below. And something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to Fortemps Manor.
You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two.
Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru?
Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me.
Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own?
Oh, please. Do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a guild for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine.
Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron of my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Momo, and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance.
I will.
It's less obvious in the rest of Eorzea because there's such a mix of different races, but with almost everybody in Ishgard being a fuck-ass tall Ellison, we all are so short in comparison.
Don't you worry, Momo. If there's any news of our friends, I'll find it.
Oops. Exit? Yes, thank you. Welcome, Mr. Shikaimo. Shall I show you inside the manor? Sup? Greetings, Mr. Shikaimo. How may I be of assistance? What do you do here? Me? Why, I am but a humble steward, sworn to House Fortemps. I doubt you wish to hear the minutiae of my duties. Simply put, at the behest of my lord the Count, I manage household affairs. I have served his pleasure for more than 50 years, and by the Fury's grace, I shall serve him for 50 more. I think I remember reading something about them being a bit longer lived. Sorry, I just got an alert on my phone for. I've been following this court case, for nothing related to me, but like a really wild one that has to do with social media, and this insufferable woman finally got her shit rocked in court from the looks of it, and I'm so happy. What a terrible person. I'm talking about the TikTok psychic, BT Dubs. She deserves everything that's coming to her. Tell me about House Fortemps. The origins of House Fortemps can be traced back to King Thornton and his Knights 12. Ours is one of the 4 founding houses of Ishgard. By the way, the ad's gonna start in 30 seconds-ish. I'm just gonna let it run. Accordingly, our interests extend far beyond the walls of the city proper. Camp Dragonhead, for instance, is our responsibility. As for the family, you have of course met my lord Count Edmond de Fortemps, who is the head of our house. His 2 sons, my lords Artoirel and Amanelaine, are next in line. May the Fury watch over them and keep them from harm. As for those sworn to House Fortemps, in addition to the knights, squires, and infantry, more than 100 craftsmen, retainers, and other servants, possessed of notable skill, are pledged to our service. Given our strong position, one might expect us to have no truck with foreign merchants and sellswords. However, nothing could be further from the truth. I should think my lord the Count was quite clear on this point, but it was our hope that you and your allies would, by your deeds, help us to convince the other high houses of the wisdom of opening the gates of judgment to all, among other things. More than anything else, though, I suspect he saw your potential. Saw in you potential. Tell me about Ishgard. More than 1,000 years ago, Helone appeared before King Thornton I and bade him lead his people to the Promised Land, the lands we now call home. And so the king and his knights 12 did as was commanded. They came to Thurthis to found a great kingdom in the Fury's name. But the great worm Nidhogg would not have it so. With hatred in his heart, Nidhogg sought out King Thornton. In the ensuing battle, the king and half his knights were slain, but his son Haldrath rallied the others and drove back the foul beast. Thus did the war between our peoples begin, the war between dragon and man. For 1,000 years, Ishgard has stood against the Horde, and not once were our defenses breached. until the day Lady Iceheart's allies shattered our wards on the steps of faith. Oh, sorry, do the thing. Though the wyverns were slain before they could breach our defenses here, those in Foundation were not so fortunate. Unnamed men, women, and even children were made to feel the Dravanians' wrath. Walls can be rebuilt, but lives lost can never be reclaimed. My lord the Count knows this all too well. How do you find our city? Beautiful, is it not? Is that... Ah, it is the smell of mead. Newly come and already sampling the delights of our taverns. Oh yes, I like you. I like you a lot. You're such a shithead, Emmeline. Ah, pray do not concern yourself with me, madam. Honoroy is a squire of sorts to Emmeline. He's a good boy. He's also just... he's so baby. Look at him. He's just a baby. He's just a little guy. He's barely taller than me. It's an honor to have you with us, Mr. Shigaimo. I am gonna wait until the ad is over to continue. I should probably put some of this stuff away in my... I did intend to put this away, but that just didn't happen. I'm trying to determine how the fuck this house is set up. Because I'm guessing, if I had to guess, we've got 2 doors on either side here. I'm guessing that they're, like, this is like the main room. And, okay, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Realistically, so, in order for sunlight to be coming in these, does that mean like there's a long-ish wing out this way? With like another courtyard between it and the next wing of the house? Because this is a mansion, meaning it has to be large enough for a bunch more rooms. I don't know, it's a weird layout. Also, welcome back from the ad. Tell us then, Master Alphino, does this guard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating. The casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children were given no quarter. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support they can. There is much to be done, yet, alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord? After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most gracious offer, a generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests in my home, to whom I've extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mr. Shigaimo, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid our Torel and Amanalaine in their duties.
I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest assistance.
Now, let's be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offers to do his work?
Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with the dignity befitting your station and show Mr. Shigaimo the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius Van Balsar and some half-dozen primals besides. She is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl.
If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mr. Shigaimo, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. Twould seem we would not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth in Tuishgarden at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so, he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, whilst simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that, by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Are these fucking jesters? Yep, they're all jesters' hats. Oh, I see. We're helping out each brother separately, are we? Alright, Artuarel, let's start with you. Over the wall. Lord Artuarel is less than eager to brief you on his mission. Let us begin anew, Mr. Shigaimo. I am Sir Artuarel du Fortemps, eldest son of Count Edmond du Fortemps. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Hoshafan has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Dismail. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it. Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transportation to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stations and Foundation.
Mr. Shigaimo, Lord Amanalaine would like to speak with you.
Onwards and upwards. When a man like Lord Amanalaine is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store.
Shall we be off then, old girl?
But where are my manners? I'm Madeleine de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmond de Fortemps. Trueborn, that is. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in our people's hearts. Or, better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artuarel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Halinar. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they have fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. So the thing about Heavensward zones, and frankly, the zones moving forward, is that they're big. And they were deliberately made bigger than the ones in A Realm Reborn, because flying is now a thing. Of course, it takes a great deal of time to unlock flying, so that's gonna be a pain in the patoot. There's gonna be a great deal of running. I'll get the irritating one out of the way first. Ah, my lord, there's still the matter of the bill. Everything has been taken care of, old girl. Simply tell the attendant where you are ready to board, and away we'll go. Are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Oh! I went into the zone and I discovered the area, therefore I got experience points, therefore I leveled up. Got it. This is simultaneously one of my most and least favorite zones in this
Upon
entire
an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Cid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Like I said, this zone is one of my least and most favorite because it's beautiful and it's interesting, and I love all of this like floating stuff. But also getting around it until you can fly is such a pain in my dick. Also, skies. You mean I gotta go back to fucking... Okay. Camp Dragonhead. Let's remember to go back there to accept the next Dragoon quest soon. My lord, you mustn't wear your belt so loose or you'll trip over your own sword. There's NPCs to talk to. You're standing aboard the very first large-scale airship born of Ishgardian ingenuity, the Protector. This ship marked a monumental change in the war against the Horde. Or it would have, if we could get the bloody thing to fly. It seems for every malfunction fixed, 3 more take its place. I can only hope the war doesn't end before the repairs are complete, if you can call that something to hope for. Is there something you require? If it's an escort you need, I suppose I have a bit of free time on my hands. What do you do here? As knights in service to House Havanad, it's our duty to monitor for signs of Dravanian activity here at Camp Cloudtop. A duty far from fulfilled, I'm afraid. It would seem the dragons want nothing to do with this place, and so our time is mostly spent on the camp's upkeep. The Vanu Vanu have become a nuisance of late, but it's nothing we can't handle. What kind of place is this? This sleepy little camp is where we keep watch for impending Dravanian attacks. Just between you and me, though, the only ones stationed here are those deemed unfit for other tasks, if you catch my meaning. With the Dravanians primarily based on the other side of Ishgard, the most we're likely to see are dragon-shaped clouds. At least we keep busy with repairs for the Protector, but considering the lack of provisions or any real duties here, any self-respecting knight would do as well not to be transferred here. So the Vanu Vanu are the beast tribes local to this area. I love them. They are burb people that are friend-shaped. If you seek Lady Laya Laya, you can find her down at the Rose House. Down the stairs and follow the path. It's not far. Despite the lack of danger here, ordering provisions for the men is always an uphill battle. Thankfully, they understand the burden I bear in rationing what little we have. Well, everyone except Gildan, perhaps. Chocobo keep. Peddler of wonders, mender of wreckage. If you've come to join the cavalry, I suggest you speak with someone who gives a fig. I'm here on Clan Centurio business, so the hunting stuffs. Sheep can't survive in the sea of clouds, they said. Well, I'll show 'em. These here sheep will be the pride of Cloudtop. You wait and see. Oh, that's a bean. That's a bean. That's a child. Okay. I was like, wait, why are they so short when Ellison so tall? Basil. Of course they're called Basil. Before coming to Camp Cloudtop, I considered myself a botanist of some skill. To my chagrin, much of my knowledge seems to count for naught here. Okay, I'll be good and go advance the quest. They're certainly making use of what land they have with all of these little gardens. I already talked to you, didn't I? Yes. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kurthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Lanya. She's in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Ah, another gloriously uneventful. If you're looking for the Aetheryte, it's right above us. I mean, a gloriously uneventful time is definitely a good thing. When the alternative is having to fight for your life. See, oh man, Gaily cats are so fucking cute. But they're also hostile. And if you're wondering what they are, they're kittens with wings. Meanwhile, Gastornises are just weirdly colored dodos. What am I doing? I may not be able to fly, but I can still have a mount. Having flashbacks to when I was on Keldred, hunting a lot of the beasties in this area for parts, for crafting. Pretty sure Gastornises drop eggs and meat. The Rose House. These are so pretty, aren't they? House Holinar. Its symbol is, of course, the rose. I'm going the wrong way. It's not as though we have great expectations for our men. That being said, the profound lack of discipline some are exhibiting is a bit much. So yeah, their accent color is this green color, and this is the crest, is a rose. I don't know. Oh, I don't always remember what goes to what house. I must admit. So if I do forget, I apologize. Lanya! Mr. Shigaimo, welcome. I am Sir Lanya de Helena, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon word of a false inquisitor. That's the dude who was that we helped save from getting murderized. Oh my goodness! Riku! Thank you for bringing folks in. Hello, everybody. I hope your night's going well. I'm told that you had I hope you had a good time. Did you do Borderlands 3 the whole stream? Oh, thank you for the shout out. Absolutely follow Riku if you're not already. He's an absolute poo and an excellent bean. But hi, guys! Kit Cafe Raid! Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Hello, Raiders. We are slowly chewing our way through the very start of Heavensward. We haven't gotten very far, but an attempt is being made. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty sure that any viewers of Riku already know me, but my name is Special Shara. I'm your friendly neighborhood mom friend. I tend to play chill, relaxing games like House Flipper, Power Wash Sim, and then I switch it up by doing RPGs like Final Fantasy XIV, hidden object games, and occasionally some shooty nonsense with Kit, Riku, and Travis on Wednesdays. Decided to do the handsome jackpot on True Vault Hunter mode with Mayhem 5, and are almost done with it. Mayhem 5 by yourself, handsome jackpot. That, you know what, if anybody in our friend group could do it completely alone on Mayhem 5 in True Vault Hunter mode, it would be you. With your absolutely buck wild build. I'm glad you had a good time though. I'm sorry I had to miss it. I don't know if you've still got on broken news speed. Oh no. Oh no. Must go faster. Excellent. Good to hear. I will have to take some time maybe this weekend to I want to go over Mara's build to sort of make her a little bit more buff and a little less squishy. I'm gonna have to look up instructions for how to do better builds for her, because clearly whatever I have ain't really working. Because I do definitely want to keep the grabby hands for obvious reasons, but I've got to do some adjustments. Yeah, guys, thank you again so much for popping in. You're on. This isn't really spoilery. It's we're just we just got to Ishgard and are helping some people out. Right now we're playing company to one of the Fortemps brothers, a younger one, and he's an absolute jackwagon who hits on every woman. He thinks he's God's gift to women. And if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure he's about to get his ass handed to him. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I've been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I've been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. This is me, I'm a potato. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Lania. You cut an elegant figure as always. A steel-clad rose equally at home on the battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord of Manolane, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mr. Skymo. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The highest elevation afforded by the floating isle makes it ideal for this purpose. Oh no. So did you get a new shield after the previous one, Riku? How buckwild is it now? Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repairs. What is worse, our efforts may have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu, with whom we have already had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a bird man and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mr. Skymo. Lania is side-eyeing the shit out of Manolane, and it gives me life. My lord, pray do not do anything rash. So, House Fortemps, their symbol is, of course, the unicorn, and their accent color is gold. Ah, my lovely Lady Lania, I shall win your heart yet. Can I push him off an island? An indispensable ally. Lady Lania knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in Camp Cloudtop is not for nothing. While I understand Count Edmond's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. Truly, it is entirely possible that he may yet learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he'll make a mess of things. Tell him... tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravani outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that his responsibility is to keep Madeleine from shirking his duty. Remember to stress that this is a task vital to the continued survival of Count Cloudtop, or something to that effect. I must say, is it me or is the air here a bit, A request from Lilania? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing but a few arms away. Oh, never mind. What is it? Mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Durranian outflyers. Roam about and keep an eye out for anything unusual. Mission? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Mr. Shigaimo, I do not believe I've been properly introduced myself. My name is Hona Roy, and I serve with the pleasure of Lord Madeleine. Lady Lania would have me accompany Lord Madeleine on his mission. I understand completely. I'll do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Let's talk to the real brains of the operation. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you. At least, more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Yep. Meeting the neighbors. Lady Lania is eager to get to more important business. Now that Emmanuel is out of harm's way, we're free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggle with the Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. Sorry, yawn attack. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Marielle. She could use your assistance. This was the scow. Mr. Shigaimo, I presume. Lady Lania told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating islands. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal. Unless the Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Spoken like a true invader. For all I know, you may find nothing. If so, let us consider it an auspicious omen. Colonizer, that was the word I was looking for. The whole fucking Dravanian war, too. It was like the Ishgardians invade, a land that doesn't belong to them, and then, start a war with the people who live there, who just so happen to be dragons. Sends a hostile presence. The Vanu, I wish I didn't have to fight you guys. I love you so much. I also really, as with almost every booster, there's a friendly group of them here, and in this case, they're focused on if I remember correctly, you can do missions that are both No, never mind. Those they're fighting missions. The crafting and gathering missions are for the Mughals. Oh, that's right. I can't fly here yet. Balls. Ah, I don't even have my compass. I can't even look for thingamajiggies here yet. The things that will eventually make me able to fly. Really? No, I don't want to fight you. Why is everything here so cute and so deadly? Just look at him, he's just a kitty. No, he's just a kitty with the wings. Why are you going to be so mean? Oh well. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Paisa freaked me out. They're fucking weird. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, as you can see, this is a giant ass map. Wrong way.
Damn it, let me move.
Actually, in a few levels, I'm going to be able to unlock, Dancer. I mean, I'll probably continue with Dragoon until I hit level cap, and then switch to a different class. I might do a couple missions here and there as Dancer. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Sense of urgency. An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Sir Mariel knows. Excepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And, of course, the pride of our camp, the Vaulted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even if the Holy Seat were to come under Dravani attack, we would be unable to fly to her aid. Simply put, Mr. Sagaimo, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm could be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, as you might say. No. Guess who?
As you wish, my lord. Should I spy an outflyer, I'll alert you immediately.
Sorry, that triggered an actual yawn. Hello there, old girl. Slay any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh well, let me know when you have so I can make myself presentable for the goober. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You're a fucking disgrace, sir. You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Lania will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Great, that did not work out well. That did the opposite of what we wanted to happen. Also, having recently drew in some thistles, this is just a slightly less spiky thistle. And this looks rather like either lilac or honestly hyssop, maybe. You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu were no real threat, and the Dravanians couldn't give a fig about us. Time to get psyched. Yeah, gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of moms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. Where ambition goes to die, indeed. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? What? What is it? Is it the Horde? Aye, the Fury. Whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake. Worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Sir, you're gonna walk like 10 feet and then go back to sleep. Speaking of sleep, I'm gonna give it until the next ad break, and once that is gonna start, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I am a sleepy creature. Many thanks, Mr. Shigaimo. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord Menelaine said what? Ha, well, I have no doubt that Lady Lania will do her utmost to oblige him. I think the gear I have is still better. Hope springs eternal. Sir Mariel fears what may come of Lord Menelaine's newfound ambition. If Lord Menelaine is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Lania will want you to accompany him. Aye, you might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Look, if he's gonna try to fight people, can we please allow Honoroi to not be there during that? Can we just leave him at camp? He's just a little man. He's just a little guy. Oh dear, and just when everything was going so well. I'll have you know I trained with some of the finest instructors in Ishgard. You and me, we could march right into a Vanu stronghold and give them all what for. You're a piece of work. Mistress Shigaimo, Lord Amandalane has just informed me that a mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water at Camp Cloudtop, as there is no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we've recently discovered, which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Sions, to the east of here. I would have you and Mandalane bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you've doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck, and be safe. Oh, I thought I had to actually go somewhere. Oh, here, that's the same dialogue. Lady Lonnie told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests, the procurement of potable water. Go and fetch a spring crystal from the floating lakes to the east with me. Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go! No, baby boy, stay here! Oh. Really? Okay. Okay. Again, some of my favorite scenery in this entire game is the floaty shit in this zone specifically. Like, I love it. It's so pretty. I had heard the minstrels' tales of these lakes, but I'd never honestly believed that they were real. So this is the Sions of legend. An area of Vanu in sight? How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Authorize to join our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. I wish you would have at least stayed within sight. You're gonna give this poor boy anxiety. Notice all in the realm would deny that a good leeching now and again keeps the humors clean and the bodies free of sickness. But pumpkin-sized leeches capable of rendering a man into a husk in a matter of minutes? That's a different story altogether. Wait, where is it? I gotta know. Where's the fucking leech? Oh, never mind. They are me-sized. No, thank you. crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Lamia. Perhaps you should inspect another. This water crystal, okay, it's no good either. A beast. How many of these damn crystals I'm gonna have to look at? Okay, no, that's outside of the range. Okay, now I'm starting to get irritated. Oh, there we go. It said this crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps this is the spring crystal Lady Lamia seeks. intended to do, but alright. Ah, Mr. Shigaimo, have you brought your entry for the contest? Crystal so aspected to water that it feels wet to the touch. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Oh no, a series of unfortunate events. Honoroi is more than a little concerned for Lord Manolane's well-being. Lord of Manolane has been gone for an awful long time. Did you chance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking around for him, Mr. Shigaimo. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeast area of Orsia and Siran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. I actually think I'm gonna leave this little shithead right where he is for a couple minutes. I say a couple minutes. Until next session. Because I'm a tired creature tonight, I think. So, yeah, I think that is gonna be it for me for tonight. I very much appreciate all of you for joining me, though. This was a ton of fun. I'm glad that we got to do the Little Ladies' Day event and this. This was great. And, so, and thank you again for the raid, Riku. And we'll be back with you on Sunday for, Power Wash Sim 2. And who do we want to go ahead and say hello to tonight? GK is doing, Night in the Woods for her 5th VTuber anniversary. Samhain is doing Just Chatting. Have a good night. Thank you, guys. Blemblily's doing Cult of the Lamb. Lunar Wolf Matthew's doing the new, I think, Pokemon Fire Red. Rich Chili Pepper's doing Splatoon 3. Deku is doing more Banjo. Aurora Deity's doing Pokemon as well. Actually, we gotta send it over to Otterly, don't we? Because Otterly is also doing FF14. So it's just right. And they're also an excellent beat. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was fun. I can't wait to get more progress on Heavensward. We're really starting to pick up now. Thank you for joining me. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Let's go say hi to the rat.